With the Magic the Gathering world on fire, it would seem that everything is doomed. But amidst all the chaos, I think there's an opportunity for normal Magic enthusiasts like you and me to break into one of Magic's most selective clubs. Let's chat about it. Welcome back to the channel. Thanks for hanging out. And if you found me from your subscription feed, if you found me from the May the Zoo Be With You podcast, or you're just scouring the internet for Magic the Gathering content, I appreciate you hanging out. On this channel, I like to take my opportunity to approach everything going on in the Magic the Gathering space from the position of what I am. I'm a normal Magic enthusiast. I don't have some business behind me spending hundreds of thousands of dollars. I don't have some extensive collection or some store. I'm just a normal Magic enthusiast like most of you out there. So when I see something like the point in time in Magic the Gathering's history that we're in right now, I feel like I'm looking at the Matrix, and I have a moment where I have this epiphany, and I gotta let you guys know about it. So if you like the content, you like the vibe around here, make sure you click the like button, share this video with your friend, and subscribe if you like this style of content. But let's get into today's topic. I talked in the intro about this idea that there's this exclusive club in Magic the Gathering that we really haven't had the opportunity to break into in quite some time. Now, I want everyone to do a thought exercise right now, and don't cheat. If you're out there in the YouTube world, do this. Let's close our eyes and let's picture a Magic the Gathering collector. All right, now when we open our eyes, most of us would have pictured somebody with an extensive collection of maybe alpha and beta black border cards, or a large position in the reserve list, which just means like you have a lot of reserve list cards, right? So maybe some of the newer players or newer collectors saw some old Judge promos, or the Priceless Treasures or Expeditions from the original Zendikar, whatever it might be. Those are the kind of images that go through our head when we think Magic the Gathering collector. But with the release of Brothers War, completely centralized around the idea of these serialized artifacts. Nice. If I can't get a nice in chat for that, I don't know what I can get a nice in chat for. I think there's a moment in time for us to look through all the chaos and begin Magic the Gathering collecting. Now, this idea of beginning collecting right now is going to be built off a couple pillars, design pillars, that were shown to us in the Brothers War. And first and foremost, we just talked about it's going to be centered around those serialized cards. So these serialized cards give normal Magic fans, you and me, a chance to build cool Magic the Gathering collections for a little bit less money. Full disclosure, I've been in groups kind of being very active and chasing these things down, and I've been able to pick up, I think I have 5 of them now, all for a couple $100 here or there. You know, never shortchanging anybody, always kind of finding a spot to meet in the middle where the seller and the buyer are happy, but nothing extensive. I haven't paid over $300 for any single card. And more importantly, these cards have everything you want in a collectible. First and foremost, they're playable. People want them. They're going to bling out their decks with them. They're going to use them. There's a lot of really good, cool cards in this set of serialized artifacts. And second, and maybe most importantly, they're going to be rare. Now, you can't have one of those things without the other, right? We need these cards to be good. We need people to desire them. We need people to want them, but also they have to be rare. If there's a trillion of them, people aren't going to want them. And with Magic the Gathering having such a large community, I think 500 of each card is so much fewer than people realize. So that's kind of this core centralized pillar of this new idea of Magic the Gathering collecting is Hasbro and Magic the Gathering are saying, we understand that people like cool limited things. So we're going to print some cool limited things, and it's going to be in a product that I don't want to sit here and say like, oh, the product is for everybody, because it is in collector boosters, and a $200 booster box, not necessarily for everybody, but it's not as far outside the realm of possibility as some of these other things, right? As some of these old reserve lists, these old alpha and beta cards, right? It's not that far. So it's kind of a step down to get into that door. And that also leads me to believe that it's going to be cool to kind of build a collection. If these really take off and people love these cards, it might be cool to build a collection of all the schematic artifacts, or all the schematic artifacts in foil, or even all the artifacts in the set just to begin with. So this artifact set, again, it harkens me back to Strixhaven and the Mystic Archives and people trying to, you know, get all of the set of those cards and trying to, you know, maybe get a whole play set for their decks. I think we're going to see a lot of that here, but these serialized cards give us a chance to really get into the game. So that's going to be our core pillar, but it doesn't stop there. It looks like these transformer cards, these stained glass transformer cards that are also in this product are going bonkers. They're going bananas. Transformers is a huge IP, and people not even interested in Magic the Gathering may chase down some of these cards, and they're available. These Transformer cards are available. They're ready to be opened by normal Magic players like you and me, and we could get a couple of these into our possession and jumpstart a Magic the Gathering collection. I gotta stop saying jumpstart in videos because I know that there are some really bad jumpstart products out here. We're gonna jumpstart our collection in a good way, like the regular jumpstart product, not the set jumpstart product. You guys get what I'm saying. But with these two pillars being in place, we have the serialized artifacts all the way down to the regular artifacts, through the schematic artifacts, whatever it might be, into these transformer cards, we could build some serious hype for the Brothers War set. And at the time of the recording of this video, there's really not a lot of love for the rest of that set. And I don't know if it's the hype is being taken up by things like this, things like the Transformers, whatever it might be, but there's not a ton of love for the rest of that set. And if people start to feel an emotional attachment, thinking back to the Brothers War and like, wow, at the start of the Brothers War, that's when I started really being a Magic the Gathering collector. It's where I opened this serialized artifact card that I always wanted. It's where I traded for one. It's where I got my Optimus Prime card, whatever it might be. There could be, and this is the long shot of the video, an outside opportunity to kind of put together a whole set of the Brothers War, which hasn't been something in Magic the Gathering for the longest time. Like, being a set collector is not something that the community's been focused on, and if everything else takes off here, there's an opportunity where down the road you could be very proud to have put together a set, a foil set, a regular set, an alternate art set, whatever it is, of the Brothers War. So I want you guys to really chew on this information and think about it, because I know myself, as someone who wasn't around in alpha and beta days and wasn't really big into Magic the Gathering during the Zendikar expeditions, I was kind of just coming back into things at the time. I want you to really consider the opportunity that we have here. The whole world is on fire and Magic the Gathering is dead, and everyone was saying how bad things are. But through all that smoke, through all the flame, we can look and see maybe this is an opportunity for us to really fall in love with a set of Magic the Gathering for the first time in a long time. It's been a considerable amount of time since I really loved a set of Magic the Gathering cards, since I really thought back fondly on some set. And I think it's Strixhaven. It's the last time I really just like loved opening collector boosters and set boosters. It was just so much fun. So again, I want to thank you guys so much for hanging out today. I want you to think about this in the back of your mind. Keep it in the back of your mind and realize that 2, 5, even 10 years from now, if anyone comes back and ever watches this video, there was an opportunity, right? There was a moment in time where we could have really embraced what this set is and the idea of building these Magic the Gathering collections, kind of put all this other BS aside. Now, that being said, you can check the podcast. It's coming out on Friday, the May the Zoo Be With You podcast over on Kitchen Table TCG. Just know I'm aware things are not good. I'm not telling you that things are fantastic, but I'm also not in the camp that things are dying. I think things are bad and the ship needs to be righted, and I trust that the Magic the Gathering ship will pop up right and we will continue forward. So I know that's a super lame take right in the middle. I'm so sorry, but thank you guys so much for watching. Again, if you think about it, like, comment, share, subscribe, kind of lead your friends to this video who might be a little down on Magic at the moment, and maybe we can pick them up a little bit. Until next time, you guys know me. My name is Josh, and thank you so much for hanging out. Let me know how your collection goes.